toast. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. How you doing? I'm doing great for a Monday. Listen, Kim and Kanye are on the cover of Vogue. We'll talk. Yeah. And Madonna is still desperately seeking attention. And Oprah dropped the F-bomb to set Lindsay Lohan straight. Let's talk about it and more. It's time for Hot Topics. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I see you. Thank you. I feel good too. I had a nice rested weekend. You know, we hit a 60-degree day this weekend here in New York. It was fantastic. Then the next day it was down to 22. Now we're back into winter clothes. It's like 18 degrees out. Mother Nature, please help. I'm really excited to meet Future today. Never met him before. You know, there's certain artists, when they come on the show, my son, you know, he's 13, is highly impressed. He's like, really, Mom, Future? So anyway, he, you know, is the fiance of Sierra, friend to the show, and they celebrated their baby shower over the weekend. Yeah, so cute, so cute. So we'll talk to him later on. We're gonna have couch chat, and then he's gonna perform a medley of his hits. I know. Great news for Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher. I was so happy to hear over the weekend, she confirmed that she's expecting a baby. I know. This will be his first and her first, and Demi Moore is probably someplace laying on a shrink's couch with 2-hour appointments twice a day trying to deal with it. I mean, if I were Demi, I would probably have my feelings hurt over this, even though moving on after a divorce is something natural. It's just probably easier to take when you have your own love life in order, you know? And, you know, no, we don't know Demi Moore in person, but from all we've read and everything like that, she you know, was dating, you know, a little young fella, and then she moved on to the next little young fella. In other words, it's not necessarily that keeper relationship, and maybe she's not interested in a keeper relationship right now. But, you know, with her, the Demi Moore girls, her daughters are all grown and probably out of the house at this particular point. I think the youngest might be 18. You know, she graduated from high school last year. So, and Demi doesn't seem like the type to be able to cope with empty nest syndrome so well. Do you know? You know, think about it, you know. Does she seem like the type that is good with her own company? No. Or was that Suzanne coaching you? Now look, Suzanne, this is very important. I want to take a survey in the audience. Clap if you think that Demi is good with her own company in your head. I feel so sorry for people who, as they get older, they're not right with their own company, you know what I mean? I remember when I was on Broadway in Chicago, there was a song called I Am My Own Best Friend, and that was my jam. No, it wasn't one that I sang, but it said like all the right stuff. You know, I am my own best friend. Anyway, Demi, good luck dealing with this. Mila and Ashton, you know, I think that this is perfect for him. As a young man who's popular in Hollywood, and a good-looking young man, too. You know, he could be rolling out of clubs, high on God knows what, you know, running around with all the pretty girls in Hollywood. Instead, he settled down with her. And you know, originally, they didn't like each other, according to sources on the show, that 70s show, where she played some sort of pampered princess or something on the show. That was never really my show, but I heard that whatever her role was, they would cut their scenes together, these two, and then that was it. They did not get along. And it wasn't until she, Mila, heard that he, Ashton, was getting a divorce from Demi, that she called him up to kind of bury the hatchet and say, look, you know, I've never been married, never been divorced, but it's gotta be a hard, emotional time for you, and I just want you to know that I'm here for you. And so, I know, and so their relationship developed like that. I like it. And I like that she's regular girl, too. You know, she's not a bad-looking girl, but certainly makeup does change her entire... I mean, there are girls like Katy Perry, not a bad-looking girl naturally, however, a little makeup goes a long way on her, too. So good luck with you all, and congratulations. I also want to congratulate Evelyn Lozada. Evelyn gave birth to a cash register. I mean, a baby boy with her fiance, the $142 million Carl Crawford. I didn't mean to make that cash register joke, but you see why it's easy to be said. Evelyn, girl, congratulations. And Carl, like a lot of sports players and a lot of like artists, he's not a bad-looking man, but he certainly wasn't getting the likes of an Evelyn Lozada if he wasn't playing baseball. You know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like she upgraded him, and now that she's had the baby, he's upgrading her. Now, if I were her, I'd be like, Miami who? Miami what? I would never go back to Miami. First of all, Evelyn's a woman of a particular age. She's like 40 years old, somewhere around there, 38, 40, 41, 38, same difference. Same difference only because, to me, by the time a woman is 38 years old and has lived, now remember, her oldest, her only daughter, Shanice, is in her 20s. So Evelyn was a young mother. Evelyn also birthed Shanice out of a basketball player type situation. That's why she was on Basketball Wives. Evelyn has clearly lived to the point that right now, this is perfect. Evelyn, I don't know where you all are gonna live, hopefully close to Dodger Stadium. And you get yourself a little apron and a little Epsom salt to make sure that your man's joints are all taken care. You take care of your cash register and ask him. Look. And you know what, Evelyn? Lose the telephone numbers of all those hating basketball wives who are gonna wanna hate on your situation. Now, I like Shawnee O'Neal, you know, who was the creator of Basketball Wives too, but I would even lose Shawnee's telephone number. I would start a whole new life as the queen of the castle. And by the way, Evelyn, very smart to name the boy Carl Leo Jr., Crawford Jr., you know, just to make old cash register over here feel well. And now, here's what I'm thinking, Ev. You should become involved in a lot of charity work, you know, and also talk to your man about opening you up another Dolce, except Dolce Beverly Hills, not Dolce Miami. That was her shoe store that she had, you remember? But then she got involved in all the shenanigans on Basketball Wives. I guess, you know, she let the shoe store fall by the wayside. But there's nothing wrong with a wealthy woman having some place to go every day, Ev. You just go around and check on your workers. Yeah. Good. Well, it finally happened. Kim and Kanye are on the cover of Vogue magazine for April. I think that the picture is very romantic and the dress is very beautiful, and I like the way he's looking at her. I just wish that she wasn't looking like, oh, save me. The picture's inside, nobody's smiling, not even the baby is smiling. They have Baby North inside also. Here's my thought. I'm happy for her because this is what she wanted, to be on the cover of Vogue. However, I'm mad that she accepted this particular invitation because, to me, this is Anna Wintour, the editor. By the way, Anna, you've got a very, very nice young lady for a daughter named B. I was at Seth Meyers' show the other day, and B happens to be one of the production people, and she came in and she said hello. I said, hi, B. She said, hi, Wendy. I said, wow. And she's got good, thick hair. I used to think Anna Wintour maybe has some pieces in there, or maybe it was a wig or something. B has the same hair, good, thick Wintour hair. Anyway, so back to the cover. I think that Kim should have held out for a solo cover. This is me thinking as a businesswoman. If you don't want me on the cover by myself, and you need me to pimp out my baby who's only 6 months old inside, then I don't think that this is the cover that I want. Now, Kanye, in my mind, she might have said to him, you know, Kanye, I appreciate you. I appreciate you making this happen, but it's not really the way I want it to be on the cover. And you know, the word is that Anna Wintour has a problem putting reality stars on the cover, but I've said all along that Kim does belong on the cover of Vogue. I mean, there are all kinds of people who've been on the cover of Vogue, non-acting actresses, you know, supermodels that we don't necessarily know or whose looks that we agree with. I think that she's worthy of Vogue by herself. That is my only point that I'm trying to make. And Anna Wintour is denying that Kanye begged her for the cover, but I don't believe that. I don't believe that. She claims that it was the magazine's idea. No, I don't believe that either. Congratulations, Kim. You guys should check it out. I mean, it's $4.99 a magazine, so if you just buy one and then share it with your friends or something like that, it's very expensive. As a matter of fact, I want to bring mine out during the commercial break. We'll start it in the front row, and it'll make its way around, okay? Okay, all right, very nice. Did you watch Lindsay last night? Yeah. No, wait, good. Clap if you watched Lindsay on OWN last night. Oh my gosh. Neither did I. This is my second week in a row missing it on account of I get worn out on the weekends. By the time Sunday night at 10:30 or 10 o'clock comes, I'm like, Anyway, so Lindsay continued to be difficult last night, and in that episode, Oprah had to straighten her out, and she also drops the F-bomb at the same time. Check it out.
I believe that you believe that this is your time to turn this around for yourself. I believe that.
Yeah.
I believed you when you told me that.
It is.
Okay. All right. If that is the case, then you're not gonna up. Because I don't want to hear again about the changing of this guy. You know this. You make an agreement, keep your commitments. I can't stand up for you. I can't back you up. I can't be there for you if I can't trust you.
Right.
Lindsay has got quite a few things in her life that she needs to get together, not just battling sobriety, but also battling being trustworthy, being accountable for her actions. There's layers of things that she's got to correct, and I don't think that it's gonna work by being on this show. And as a matter of fact, I think that Lindsay needs at least 5 more years before she finally sobers up and gets it together and takes also hold of her responsibilities. You know, she was late 7 out of 12 days of shooting. Now, what you need to understand is that, you know, when you're doing these, when you're shooting for a reality show, overtime costs more than the time that you would have normally been there. And when you're late with people's time, that is blatant disrespect. How are you gonna be late 7 out of 12 times? And I'm not talking late, I'm talking late. Like an hour, 2 hours late. Listen, and then she canceled a photo shoot. Now, a photo shoot is when you rent out a whole studio, you've got all the clothing there, all the professionals. She canceled the photo shoot like an hour and a half after she was late for that. Then she calls him and she said, I'm gonna have to cancel. Because she had to go to the dermatologist, and she had to go to her AA meeting. Well, the only episode I've seen of this, which was episode 1, you didn't care about your AA meeting then, Lindsay. On the other note, you know, she was unpacking while smoking and trying on furs. It's just funny to look at. Can you look at her go. Look at her go. Cigarette smoking is so dirty, but somehow she looks so glamorous there with the cigarette and the fur and the turban and Lindsay. This reality show is a terrible, somebody in my Hot Topics, our producers, they asked today, do I think that this reality show is a good look for Oprah and a good look for Lindsay or a bad look for both? I say it's a great look for Oprah, only because, here's my thought, I'm not blaming Oprah if Lindsay doesn't get well. That's number 1. Number 2, it's going to, I don't know that necessarily, you know, her network will pick up, you know, better programming and have it be one of those networks that everybody watches, because it's not that network yet. She's still building it up. But what I do think that this will do for Oprah is it'll make other people who have spiraled out of control at least go to her for help. So we can have something like, help me, Oprah, Wednesday nights at 10 on OWN or something. But I think it's a terrible look for Lindsay. Who's gonna hire that? You never know what she's going to do. And she's very, very disrespectful and wrangling with substance abuse. Too much of a liability. I'd keep walking if I was Hollywood. Anyway. Do you think that there's an age limit on how old you should be before you don't have an Instagram account or Twitter or Facebook? Clap if you do. Do you think I'm too old to have Instagram? No. Do you think Madonna's too old to have Instagram? No. You're as confused as me? Okay, well, let's talk about it. Madonna's 55, and she recently posted, well, she continues to post these controversial Instagram pictures. Here's one where she's cleaning her shower, the old-fashioned way. Now, see, I think she's too old to use her Instagram the way she does. Still desperately seeking attention with great eyelashes, by the way, and good beachy hair. And then she posed with someone in a Jesus mask. Desperate. Yeah, maybe she's using it the wrong way. But that's Madonna. Okay, then she took, look, then she took a picture of her armpit with the caption, "Long hair don't care." Now, first of all, everybody, any wiggy, particularly a lace front wiggy, understands this is as phony as a $3 bill. Look. The follicles are too big and dark. You know what this probably is? Probably like a mustache. Like if it's a face to the side, then the eyes would be right here and the chin's down there. This is like a mustache, and she just stuck it up there to be provocative and get us talking. So she's provoking and we're talking. I guess it works. She's an artist. She's supposed to be doing things like that. She gets us talking, but it is still desperate. But that's our girl, desperately seeking Susan. By the way, do you all like hairy armpits? No. Any of the boys in the audience, any of the men, do you like a hairy armpit? No. Oh, a couple of you like it? Okay. I can't stand it. I don't like hair anywhere but on my head. All right, speaking of hair on the head, so Pam Anderson, the iconic beauty, she posed very nicely for Elle magazine. Emma Watson's on the cover. First, let's dissect Emma's outfit. It's a good one, right? Oh my God. Everything to me, like from the hair, I like the top. It's not a jumpsuit, it's, I don't think it's a jumpsuit. Is that a jumpsuit? Why is my mouth watering? This is a good outfit. Anyway, okay. So then, inside, our Pamela is showing her dramatic haircut. I don't particularly care for it. But I've told you that before, but here's what she says. I really do like her though, and you know, some of my producers were like, well, I don't know, it softens her, Wendy, it makes her so girly. I said, any girl is girly when they suck their thumb and go like this, you know? And she's in a garden. Of course it's girly. But here's what she says about the hair. And we can agree to disagree, it doesn't matter. I have favorite wigs I wear wigs that you all hate, and sometimes I wear wigs that you like, and it's only hair. She says, at first, I thought I looked like Anderson Cooper or a Q-tip or something. But now I feel really powerful. I thought it would be weird having sex with short hair, but then I kind of got into the mode. Okay. My thought sometimes is that, like with short hair, I know like my big sister, she cut all of her hair off and her hair is very, very short now. Similar to this right here. And she says, The thing is, Wendy, there's so much maintenance. Like, you would think you just cut off your hair and that's it. But after you reach a particular age, you know, say you're 40 and up, sometimes you have to like soften the blow with a little bronzer. Then you have to put on eyeliner. Then you, oh God, you always have to make sure you have on earrings. And just too much. It's so much easier with a wig. Oh. Anyway, Pam, congratulations on your cover.